Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru, hello, hello, hello.
And you know, as you hear our two melodious voices, it's time for some more Steel Division. Today, we're actually going to start off with a PDX game on Cheux. And Ray, who do we have fighting off for our pleasure?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have RFA Guddi as the 2nd Infantry Division. And on the right-hand side in red, we have Oneill as the 21st Panzer Division.
Aha, so we haven't seen a whole lot of that Indian head now, have we?
No, we haven't. It's really been quite a while. I mean, they're not as meta-y as they were when the game first released, but I'd still say, yeah, pretty decent division overall.
Fair enough. How are they going to match up against the 21st is the question, though.
That's a good question, because this is a rather interesting map, because it is extremely open on the southern side. In the town, I'd actually give it 50-50 to both sides, because the little half-tracks that the Germans have are pretty good now, because they're a bit more faster off-road, and it's an armoured vehicle, rig MG42. Down south, it gets a little bit more finicky, I would say, because Indian Head can get, you know, the nice 76mm guns. Heck off A-phase, I believe they can get a 76mm AT gun, and that range is really going to help out during A and B to keep those Panzer IVs and Shermans and other crazy circus cars array.
Well, I was going to say, let's take a quick look to see if they have those, because I saw a couple, a half-track, a deuce and a half, and then a Ford Jeep with AT guns, but I guess we're not going to see that. We're getting started instead.
Yep.
And the Americans being very, very modest in their initial deployment to the south.
Makes sense. I don't really have that much in terms of aggressive early units. Maybe a Sherman, but it's a little bit risky, so maybe just get defense down with some machine guns and AT guns, and just have a good time down south as you try to make your northern town fight work.
Well, and that's a question I guess I was going to follow that up with. I mean, the Germans are coming on in with a fair bit of infantry here, and including perhaps a little bit overdoing the recon, but it looks like the Americans might have enough to match up with them. What do you think?
Yeah, it's really going to be down to the Germans using their fire support vehicles in the town to really take advantage of it, while for the Americans, Ranger assaults, close range, not fun to be up against. But yeah, it's really just down to fire support versus getting infantry nice and close.
I do want to make a quick call out. Germans going super early with a really heavy anti-tank gun in the center south. Look for that Ranger Marauder. You will see. It's a Pack 40, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Pack 43.
Oh, jeez. That's right, the Maltier. That's what exactly.
It's a bit of a weird decision. I don't think that's the best run, just because he's up against Indian Head and
nothing really to worry about in that phase
really
A.
To worry about. It must be been better to get one of those 105mm Howitzer vehicles on the rear French half-track. I can never remember the name of.
Well, I'm sure we'll see one of those. We are going to see those early engineers, the flame engineers, going down already, which is super surprising to me, and actually a mortar half-track coming in for the Germans.
Yep.
Gonna match up well with the indirect fire from the American side of things, even with that 3 stars of veterancy, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna 60mm mortar is gonna help out a lot, as you can see, easily stun out the Panzer Grenadiers with its insane rate of fire. But when it comes to fire support vehicles, against fire support vehicles, D is not gonna have a good time because he doesn't have enough bazooka infantry in his town to really deal with him. Because there's Indian Head, you only really got all your range of marauders in A phase for your bazooka guys, and heck, even your rifles don't get bazooka. It's not like you're playing 3rd or 4th armored.
True. Now, here's a question, though.
101st. Go ahead, sorry.
Do you really like that Ranger leader being moved so far close up to the front lines?
Honestly, it's not a terrible idea, because it does have the satchel charges, but,
I don't know,
yeah,
I get the feeling
it's still a bit risky.
Yeah, so it's an awful lot of points early on to be kind of being so aggressive.
Yeah. Though at the same time, he doesn't really have much of a front line, so the Ranger leaders are now the front line for now, but finally we got another Ranger Marauder, and he needs those guys in that town to start smashing up the German light half-tracks.
True.
And, yeah, it seems like it's really just a Ranger play, a phase for Guddi. Not seeing any rifles at all, so the full-on Ranger assault, or the Ranger choices, it's an interesting choice, because that means you use up a lot of cards early for those nice Ranger units. I keep saying that word a lot, but the problem is maybe in a later game, Guddi will have a bit of a hard time getting enough infantry because he spent all of his card slots getting A phase low numbered rangers.
I do want to make a quick call out, and this is just because we don't offer you to. This is going to be a new mechanic, obviously, but that 304 has that lovely little wrench right there. Guys, that means we can finally start fixing those freaking vehicles, man.
Yeah. But if you got a half track like that, who's already repaired, you might as well just go out chrome and shiny. Chrome and shiny, if I can say that properly.
He's going to the Fury Road.
Yep. And those half tracks are really good now, Carl. Before they had 10 kilometers off-road speed, now it's 25 kilometers off-road speed. And for 10 points, too. That's a really good bargain.
Indeed. Indeed, actually, I hadn't even thought of it that way, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah. You can actually get somewhere now without, you know, having to stick to roads or wait in half an hour.
Ooh, we're going to see those, actually, the 75 mil half tracks coming out from the Americas, the T30 HMCs. We got a brace of them coming on in.
Damn.
I'm not sure I really like... I mean, I feel like the Germans are going to go and get pounded out of the town at this point, then.
Yeah, I mean, he's got two of them that are very interesting playing, both of them on the same flank. There's really not much here to stop him. Maybe a Panzer Grenadier getting a bit close, or the autocannon half-track getting a kill. But just for the veterancy alone, if he's not a complete idiot and doesn't rush those T-30s in, he can mop up the floor with his German light vehicles.
I do actually... I'm interested to find out how the heck this 250 half-track to the north also pinned down the 57 mil by itself.
MG42s, my dude.
Yeah, but you think... I don't know. For me, I guess I kind of figured eventually that 57 mil would actually have to hit something.
Yeah. Even at that range, too, it is pretty close.
No, as... Wow, 1 second. Just dying over here, don't mind me, but...
Okay, no problem.
I do want to make a quick call out to folks. So, folks, this actually is going to be a game 3 between Guddi and Oneill, so the winner of this will move on. And we do want to just say how wonderful it is to actually see a Game 3. We've been seeing so many 2-0s in this tournament so far. That's not been because of the quality of play, but just because of some very, very nifty strategies.
Yeah, it's nice seeing a full-on best-of-3 being played, a bit more tension involved. The reason we're casting this one, the other two are like 8 minutes and then 20 minutes
Indeed.
long. And we want to get, the bang for your buck. The most hour per minute, something along those lines. And but the longer the match goes on, for the more chance you get to see bigger booms, and that's always a boon in my book.
Whoa, okay, he's using those 75 mils as direct fire to take out vehicles. Yep. That is super surprising. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, he's getting some really damn good hits with those C-30s. They are absolutely mopping up the German forces, forcing them to retreat. I'm seeing in response you got a Panzer 4C and a 50mm AT gun.
I do have to laugh a little bit because that 250 mortar half-track stunned up all 3 Ranger supports with just like 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah, I don't think his Ranger play is working too well. Guddi's been losing a lot of his Ranger units, and you don't want to have 3 Ranger supports like that all bunched up against one another. I think for this or so, just having some regular rifles just to be meat shields would have worked a bit better.
Sounds... Oh, wow. How the heck he bounced that round off that half-track? That's kind of strange for me, but anyway.
Oh, yeah, weapons
wait, alright. How often do the weapons jam these days?
Well, it must have just skimmed off the top of the half-track and just, like, bent the barrel a little bit of the MG34.
No, but strangely enough, though, I mean, we don't... Isn't the weapon jammed a new addition?
Yeah, so the old weapon jam means you lose all the ammunition.
Yes.
Now it just means that you just need to fix it. You don't lose any ammo, but your guns won't shoot.
Kind of strange when you think about it, but I'm not going to focus too deeply, I suppose.
Yeah, T-30 gets bailed out by the Panzer 4 and 50mm, and that's going to be a bit of a blow. Fortunately, the other one's going to be able to retreat in the smoke for now. But,
I don't know about that. Oh, there's internal fire. Okay, you know what? Again, I love seeing the new stuff.
I know,
in this game.
It adds a bit more flavor.
Like armor penetrated, crew hit. Yes, I know they're dead, but I like knowing how they died. Is that too morbid? Is that morbid?
It's like an after action report, after like on the paradox forms, after you like play a Hearts of Iron 3 campaign where a man to conquer the entire road with just using cavalry. It's just you gotta know how. Just a little bit of role playing.
Exactly. It's all about that narrative.
It's all about you got to imagine how the crew horribly died in that metal tin box.
Well, they weren't called death traps for no reason.
Yep.
Uh, ooh, yes, you're gonna go ahead, please.
Yeah, okay, so we do have a lot of rifles now. So he did actually get some rifles in A phase, which is good, but he's only getting them now after pretty much losing all of his Ranger troops. And this has really been a bloody town fight so far.
Well, we don't call them meat grinders for no reason. And again, I like that he brought those howitzers in.
Yeah.
But maybe not the direct fire he was using them for.
I do want to note down south there was a Sherman, but now the Sherman got knocked out.
Ooh, by what?
I don't know.
Oh, there's a Pack 38.
Oh, there we go. Up to the north. Damn. Yeah, and losing, I mean,
that's a good big loss, though.
Yeah, this is not a good A phase for Guddi at all. Losing his T-30s up north, losing a Sherman, and really losing a lot of his Ranger support. He's really had to bring it back and B, as Gal really has initiative at the moment. He's pushing up north, he's gaining a bit of ground in the center, and yeah, just some good play overall.
You know, I do wish the spot troops actually had a little bit of, forcing surrender on this one, but whatever. I guess I won't complain too much.
You think I could just like climb on top of the tank and
exactly
drop a grenade in?
Exactly. There is that 76 mil, by the way, though. That's been doing a lot of damage to the German forces.
Oh yeah. It does have that 1.2 kilometer range, and it can easily go through all the German tanks.
Shopping attack beacon on it now, so it does not forget.
Yep, and there's no mortar nearby for now, but maybe a bomb strike or something along the lines will try and destroy it. But looking for Guddi, his whole southern flank is very lightly armored. I mean, it's not lightly armed. There's really not much here when you compare to Gal, who at least has a lot of infantry and light vehicles to support the southern sector.
I do want to give a good call out, though. I mean, Guddi is being a very Goody two-shoes, if you know what I mean, by giving a lot of good recon out to troops in the south. I saw the name. I've been thinking about it the entire time. It's terrible.
Yeah. It's too good to be true.
Oh, it definitely is too goody to be true.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So we talked about air power. We actually can see some anti-air coming in from the Americans. Maybe a little bit unnecessary, although it would be good against those light vehicles. What does the air game look like between these two divisions?
Well, Guddi really has the better air game. He can get Gabby, P-47 Thunderbolts and other planes. For Gal, I'm gonna be guessing Gal has a lot of Focke-Wulfs, just interceptors, because you only have like 3 slots already for 4 slots for 21st Panzer, one or the other. So you really just want to be spending those points on air superiority fighters instead of bombers, and you don't even have that much of an anti-air game to begin with for 21st Panzer. It's just the basic motorized German anti-aircraft unit with some of those Rommel specialities thrown in to boot.
True, very true. And that Bofors comes in and immediately gets pinned down. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure why he was deciding to bring that in.
Yeah, he should have been a bit more defensive of the placement. He kind of rushed it.
Indeed.
A little bit too much. So this is really good play from Gal. He's using just all light armor, half-tracks, the Panzer IVs, the half-tracks, and mortar half-tracks to really make his play. This is B phase, and he's still getting enough of Panzer IV-C. We haven't seen a Sherman. Well, okay, now we see a proper Panzer IV.
Yes.
Just a G model. But this is how he used to be playing early A phase with 21st Panzer. They're kind of like Rintown's array, where you have a lot of nice, cheapish, light half-track vehicles, and you want to use them to put pressure and just try to attack. Maybe one of the 105 or Brumber would have helped out a little bit, but Gal's already doing a pretty good job considering.
Sounds about right. I know I do have to give a little bit of credit. I mean, actually, even before we get to that, it is 55-45, folks. Obviously, you can see Oneill is just wiping the floor at the moment.
Yeah.
But we are finally seeing some defensive play maybe coming on out. We're seeing some recons as well as some machine guns to try to get some vision on that northern flank, as well as this command M4A. Can that reverse it, though? That's the question, I imagine.
It is close range, and without many vehicles, I think it's going to be a little bit hard, because Panther Force keys could penetrate it at close range, but if not, just at least force it to fall back. Just as long as Guddi doesn't bum rush it into the town and just kind of keep it around the outskirts to try and poke out east half tracks,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to reverse things for the town up north.
Well, that's what you were saying too. I mean, those Panzer IVs, until the one coming in now, I mean, these are the infantry version of the tank.
Yeah, these are the early models that they used to invade France.
Yes.
They're now defending France.
Yes.
Yes.
The low velocity gun, right? The low velocity 75 mil.
Yeah, at this point, where I go really fast into German tank doctrine, early on in the war, like 39-40, Panzer IIIs were the medium, like, anti-tank tank. Panzer IVs were seen as an infantry support tank.
Yes.
For knocking out emplacements, because all you needed back in 1939, apparently, was a 75mm gun to knock out a bunker.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, definitely using as material that was, what, 20, 30 years old at that point, too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't have to worry about a Maginot line if you just go around it.
You know, perversely, the Maginot line did actually do its job. It forced the Germans to go someplace else.
Yep.
Now, we are going to see actually another DD tank coming on in, so that'd be another good shot in the arm. And I don't we might see the beginnings of a resurgent American force over here to the northern flank.
Yeah, it's really just about how he can use his tanks, and just as long as he doesn't lose them in any extremely dumb way, he can start poking out and destroying all the Gallineers light vehicles. Because the one problem when you go the light vehicle play for 21st Panzer, or Rintown for that matter, is once you're right into B phase, and the Allies can start bringing out real tanks to counter, it gets a little bit tricky to deal with them unless you can get real tanks of your own. Is Panzer 4G... I know, it's going to be a 50-50 between that and the Sherman.
Well, especially at that range, that's definitely true. Ooh, driver
he
wounded.
Rushed it in. He rushed it in.
Oh, he's dead.
He missed.
He's going to die.
Yeah.
Tracks, wheels damaged. Yep, unless he rushes somebody else in right now, he's completely screwed.
Yeah.
And he's screwed.
Yeah, there we go. That's going to relieve a bit of pressure from Guddi. He really rushed up Panzer in a bit too much. I think he was fast moving instead of attack moving. And Smoke a little bit
belated.
Or, I don't know, maybe he's trying to rush the Panzer IV-C in. But I don't think that's going to work too well, to be honest.
Do you want to make a quick call out? P-38 Lightning comes down from just to do a couple of gun runs. Doesn't do a whole lot. Stresses out some guys. That's about it.
Yeah.
And I think that was just to force back that Panzer Grenadier, who's being a little bit frisky against that anti-tank gun.
All he really needs is like a mortar half track down to... Oh, yeah.
Well, he's got it too.
He has a mortar half track. Is he in range? Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
You just need a right click that thing, buddy, and then the whole southern flank is yours.
Heck, you can drop smoke that entire direction, just walk up if you wanted to, if you don't feel like actually killing the guy.
Yeah, you know.
Ironically, I do want to point out that Pack 43 he brought in so super early would have been perfect over here in the north now.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of Shermans that needs to be killing, and yeah, it's just really a reversal as you're predicting. Guddi's now taken back the town. He's got the infantry, he's got the air support. He now has the tank advantage. Well, unless that Pack 43 gets a kill.
Hey, but, you know what? I'm hearing some music coming down in. Check the western flank.
Yep.
There we go.
It's a xylophone.
Indeed, or an xylophone.
Xylophone.
So we have one of those coming on in, some more infantry. But getting back to the thing I was just talking about, you see that Pack 38 that Oneill's got right by that recon troop? Check out the range on that guy. Imagine that was that Pack 43. There would be nothing getting into that town. Ugh. It hurts me a little bit. Ooh, hey, wow. We're going to see Joseph Friller coming on in.
Yeah. It'd be funny if we see Gabby, and then we have like an ace-on-ace fight.
Yeah, who do you think that would go to?
Oh.
Mechanically, I would probably go to Gabby. I hate to say it.
Yeah, he's a bit faster, but they both have the same turn radius. I think Gabby maybe has a worse turn radius just by a run, but...
armament-wise, too, doesn't Priller have a slight advantage? No, probably not.
I think it's pretty similar in terms of armament.
Apparently...
The Focke-Wulf has 10, and the P-47 has, like... What? 4 Tourney mils? If I'm correct.
Well, this Focke-Wulf has 4 20 mils and then 2 MGs, so...
I think the Focke-Wulf has a bit extra payload and firepower, but heck, to see when one actually gets brought out.
True. I did want to make a quick call out. So there was a Pack 43 up to the north, but apparently it was a little bit too aggressive.
Yep.
And wow, look at that rocket attack.
Yeah, it was pretty good, even forcing a surrender here. And now it's going to be a time for Guddi to attack, and that's exactly what he's doing. His units may not have anti-tank, but when the stuff's already suppressed a little bit, it's usually the better time to do it.
Well, and that was the Panzer IV getting forced to surrender as well. That wasn't another half-track or anything.
Yeah, that was a good surrender. Yeah. Now he just needs to kill his 2 Panzer IVCs and mop up the floor up north of German armor threat. And there he goes, he's rushing in. Did the 50 cal get the kill on that Panzer IV?
Honestly, I moved down to the south real quick because I just saw that the Pak 43 and the 76 mil are trading fire back and forth.
Okay. We got, I think, a 50 cal just killed a P4. I don't know, we'll have to see once we get to the end of the replay. And yeah, that goes at 76 mil.
Oh, well, and what's more than that, with the 76 mil dead, that really does open up the southern flank. You see this half-track rushing on in. If he forces it, even forces a surrender, forces a pin, anything really, this all goes red.
Yeah, and that M1919 can't exactly do anything against that French half-track. So now would be the time to realize, hey, this southern flank's completely open. Let's try to expose. But looking at Oneill's perspective, well, he
doesn't know what's there.
He must know something there now because of the rather large bulge. But he has pretty good eyes on there. He's got recon pretty well spread out. He sees all the American tanks essentially, which is also good up north.
Well, you're saying he knows there's a bulge down there, but is it that there's something there, or is Guddi just happy to see him?
That's a good one.
I do my best.
Yeah.
Sherman's taking down half-tracks right, left, and center. And, ooh, there's going to be a perfect shot over here. Take out that DD tank. Do it. No, he's not going to get the shot off. Never mind.
He's just going to get back behind the tree line just by a bit. And I really think Guddi maybe needs like another artillery unit up north to try and outroute his Pak 43 and other light German vehicles. I mean, the xylophone's good, but, you know, it's a it comes around every week. You know, does a shot and takes a bit to reload, or yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that, but
well, he's like that friend you never see at the bar, right?
Yeah, you know, you see him like once a week. He's just kind of drinking a little bit, and he just kind of disappears.
Yeah, sounds about right. We're gonna see a little bit of a, let's say, task force down to the south. We see that quad-mounted 12-7s coming on in with a couple of squads of infantry. That half-track's gonna get taken on out, or at the very least forced back.
Yeah, he's not gonna, like, suicide rush it. He's gonna fall back behind enemy lines. Which is, I mean, if you want to keep your units alive, that's a good play.
Sounds about right. And we are gonna see a grumbling bear coming on in for the Germans, though.
Oh, there we go. Do love seeing the Brumba.
Indeed. You see the P-38 Lightning making another gun run. Again, not really doing a whole lot. I'm not really wedded to this aircraft choice that he made.
Yeah, I mean, the Lightnings, I believe you get good card amount, like 3 per card for 2nd Infantry, so it is worth prone activation point rise, but...
Oh, Priller's going in on one. Oh my gosh, deflection shot doesn't quite get it. He's going to take one of these guys out.
I know, but there's already a second
beautiful.
down. That was fast, and now because he knocked Jet Run out pretty quickly, it's going to be a pretty even dogfight. Yeah, I think the Lightning has better agility. No, it has worse agility. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, geez. Well, the conjoined tail actually, I think, causes a little bit slower turn speed, wouldn't it?
I would think so. I don't know aerodynamics that much, but it does seem like a bigger plane turns slower.
You know what? There's a viewer I have, Williams. Williams, if you're watching this, I want you to get back to me on this one. This guy, man, he knows his air power.
More of a tank man myself.
Exactly. I like keeping my feet on the ground unless I'm flying to Disney World. Gabby's coming in!
Oh, here we go.
Run, Triller! Run!
Back the P-38, and let's have an honor duel. Come on.
Run! No!
Okay.
Oh, no. He's gonna go down. He's gonna go down. Priller, run! Please, for the love of God.
Is German AA really be able to save his buddy in time?
I don't think so. He's smoking right now.
Oh, God.
Just run! Get out of there! No, for the love of God, please!
It's a P-38. No!
I was gonna say head-to-head. You do not want to head-to-head with either one of those. Don't do it.
Oh, he's gonna run out. Who's gonna run out of fuel first? The
P-38 Lightning should be running out of fuel first. I would think.
If he runs out of fuel first,
there we go. He's going out. He's gonna. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Gabby has one burst. No, run. Pips, run!
Also, the Focke-Wulf does have more firepower. I've
Okay.
got the P40s. It has like 850 cals, which is still pretty scary. But
I would still take the 20 mil cannons in a gunfight.
Yeah.
Okay, with the air cover, I think Pips might be able to make it.
And also, Pips does have the better turn radius, and damn, that was
exciting actually.
I mean, that was just a bunch of planes turning in circles, but by God, that was.
My heart was still in my throat, man. How often do we get to see an ace fight back and forth?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That's some real World War I stuff going on there. All right, back to the meat grinder.
Okay.
Meat grinder. Broombar has not yet done a whole lot here. I don't know if he's trying to get eyes on that 76 mil. He might. No, he's not going to be able to do that.
Nope. But he's going to be taking a shot at the American infantry, and it does have 27 HE, remember, so it's going to make those buildings disappear.
Oof. Yeah, that was a hefty hit right there.
Yep. That's what makes the Brumbar really good. And also, if you're smart, you can do indirect fire with the Brumbar and hit stuff around corners.
True. True. Now, we are going to see the 76 mil. Ooh.
Oof. That Panzer 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Transmission damage the other direction, so both those guys aren't going anywhere, but...
yeah. I don't think that Panzer 4, is a bit more morale damaged, and yeah, he's kind of buggered.
Well, and that's the thing that kind of crushes me a little bit about the Rommel Circus here, is that they just... Oh, this Broombar is going to present a beautiful side shot, and I don't like it. Oh no, he's going after that Sherman. Ooh, and the 76 mil takes out that Pack 43. No, wow. Downtown doesn't do a whole lot.
That did not do much. I was expecting a little bit more, but yeah, Sherman is holding on strong. I guess the veterancy helps out quite a lot, actually.
Oh, geez. The Broombar might even go... No, wait a second. He's close enough for it. Yeah, we could see an easy pen.
Yeah, he could pen the Broombar, definitely. It's just,
Bounce back away, swim away!
No, I think he's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for the long hibernation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know, I think he's definitely going to morale damage out Sherman.
Well, the 76 mil is down at least.
Never mind.
There's another Focke-Wulf that came on out. I'm just not paying attention down there. There's thrilling little moments here that I can't not watch.
I know. I mean, that was pretty tense, and the Sherman's now heavily morale damaged. Brumbar is going to be able to get out. And yeah, it's just sort of really been back and forth in this town, but I think really the rest of the map really speaks volumes, because Gao has so much territory for so little bloodshed, and that's really going to keep his +1 point advantage.
Indeed. Do you think there's going to be a second round of Gabby versus Pips?
I hope so. And if they do that, turn off AA, no planes, on a duel.
Exactly.
Exactly. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves.
Wait, remind me. Okay, Longest Day. Wasn't Pips the guy that gets shelled at Normandy? No, Pips is the guy who makes the gun run.
Dude. Yeah, I think so.
He makes a gun run on one of the British beaches, if memory serves.
Yeah, and it's greatest moment Luftwaffe, something along those lines.
Well, they had 2 planes came on in. Yeah. One of them makes a gun run, and immediately gets shot down. I don't think that was Pips though.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I thought in that movie it was a Messerschmitt.
Yes, he flies a Messerschmitt. I know an ME-109 makes a gun run on the beaches. Yeah. And some, I think, Brit plane spots it after it makes the run and just completely blows it to pieces.
Yeah. It's like throwing a pebble into an ocean.
Indeed. Indeed. Very, very, how do I put this? Zen of you.
Yeah.
Pack 38 is going to get bombed. And almost gets taken out by one single P-47 bomb, which is just a little bit obscene sometimes. But oh well. Pack 38 he's going to follow him off the map. Wow, interesting.
Yeah, P-38 just does not have enough fire. Well, I had 682, which is decent, but no, it's not.
Okay, so Sherman to the north, by the way, went down. Did you see what killed it? Because Lord knows I didn't. I've been having such ADD on this cast.
I think it was the Panzer 4, to be honest.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, he is... Oh, no, he's not missing any AP, though.
No.
But we have a gunfight from 20 paces. Driver being wounded does send back that Sherman. So that might be a bit of a win here for The Germans, he does get behind enemy lines and captures a duck as well, so...
Okay, now can he get the duck back to his lines is the better question. I don't think so, because the mortar is right, yeah. But,
Oh, Pips is going for another
oh.
kill tally. And he's going to get in... Oh my god, that lightning is so screwed.
Yeah, he's very good. Okay, are we going to see Gabby? Come on. This cast has just come down to Gabby versus Pips. We want to
Exactly. I mean, right now, it's... If the score's a little bit closer, guys, we'd be watching the score a lot more, but honestly, come on. Ooh, there's another kill. So he's got 2 kills on the day so far.
Yep.
Alright. I'm not seeing any Gabby coming on out just yet.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Gabby on either. It's really just a town fight. I mean, the Brumba now has complete superiority as that Sherman's nowhere nearby and it's about to get blown up. And,
internal fragments.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's sounds pretty bad, to be honest. It's like internal bleeding. But not inside a person, but inside a armored vehicle.
That's true. Maybe he's weeping oil right about now.
Yeah. Oh, okay, never mind.
And now he's just making ground attacks. That's a good call.
Yeah. But really, this has been good play from 21st Panzer. He's just been using medium tanks and, you know, light vehicles to do the dirtier work, which is really how you should be doing it. The King Tiger's cool and all, but it's not really a great unit to get, especially in a 1v1. It's much more worthwhile to get like 2 or 3 Panther 4s compared to just 1 KT.
Well, you know, of course, quantity over quality in this case, yes.
Exactly, you can just cover more ground, and the Panzer 4s against 2nd Infantry, just Shermans. So I'm surprised I haven't seen a Wolverine. I swear I can get a Wolverine.
That's true, yeah.
And a Wolverine would be great in this gun. It's 1.2 kilometer range, and the Germans only 1.2 kilometer anti-tank vehicle is really like some orders, the crazy knockoff thing on the French track, and the King Tiger. I mean, you don't have to worry about Panthers or Tigers, which is really the scary thing when using a Wolverine. So, I don't know, it would have been a really good purchase, I think.
That sounds about right. Although at the same time, I'd have to say, if I saw that the Germans do finally take the town, that's a +2, by the way.
And they got a King Tiger.
Wait. Oh, no, it's Grabreski's coming out after the no-name fuckwolf.
Okay,
you coward. And there's the P-47. The fuckwolf's not long for this world.
Yep, he's quite good. I don't know, there's AA nearby down south. But okay, got Messerschmitt coming in. So we've got a little bit of a furball going on here. And, okay, there we go. AA, get an interaction. And I think he's going to be able to shoot down Gabby.
No, Gabby does not die. Oh, wait, oh my god, you might be right. Oh my gosh, this could be a first.
The no-name. There we go.
That's the first time we've had a cast where Gabby's gone down.
We've seen him die in another cast.
Oh no, you're right. This is the second time. I'm stunned whenever it happens, though.
I know. I mean, Gabby he's a goddamn survivor. About 700 kilometers an hour speed. He usually gets out, but in that case, he flew a little bit too close to the sun.
Indeed. So I was going to say before, though, if we did see a Wolverine trying to pick off, my assumption would be in that you see the tree line to the southwest of the town. He'd be in that area trying to leverage that range.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was the Germans, then all I would do is just work around the north where you see those spot troops and the Panzer Grenadiers.
Yeah.
So move and counter move. Ooh, and we are actually going to see Knipsel coming on in. So Kurt Knipsel. I mean, Königstiger, another hero unit that actually got added on in with very little fanfare.
Yeah, it's really just gonna seal the deal for the middle now, as it's definitely overkill to secure it, but I mean, what the hell is he gonna do against the King Tiger, really? I mean,
what's he gonna do against these half-tracks?
Exactly, he has infantry, he doesn't have any Shermans in the field, no Wolverine would be able to do jack all.
He does have one. He has one Sherman out to command, though.
Yeah, that's a little bit far away. But Knipschel's just going to be able to secure this middle pretty easily, and nothing really about it.
No
I mean, once you get the King Tiger, usually, if you do ever get a King Tiger, it's usually because you've clearly run the match. You just want it to be over, kind of like, you know, getting like a king in checkers in a sense, but instead of another piece on top of your piece, it's a giant 60-ton vehicle with a 88mm cannon.
I wasn't sure how you were going to finish that one. I was waiting with bated breath, I have to admit.
Yeah. I didn't know I was going to finish it either, to be honest.
Best kind of cast comments in the world, where you don't know where that sentence goes.
Yeah.
But no, but you're absolutely right. It's 60-40 right now. Oneill's got 2,000 points up on Guddi. What did Guddi do wrong?
I think Guddi really just ignored the southern flank, because he did real good back and forth in the town, and both sides played out well, but Oneill just saw that the southern flank was ripe for the taking, and he took it without much issue. And that's just, it's all about map control in this, of course, and he just got the map control by conquering the south. I just think Guddi, a little bit too much tunnel vision up north.
Well, he tried to go and take out some of the German positions to the south, and M7 did come on in, but a PaK-43, of course, hit that from long range, and that is just not going to stand up to any sort of firepower.
Yeah.
An anti-tank platform.
Yeah, he really just ignored the southern flank, and he just needed to focus on it a bit more instead of just baiting everything up north in the town.
Okay, so we talk every now and again about the meat grinderness of it all. And was that the mistake? I mean, we're saying he should focus on other areas, but on this, you talk about how the town is so important. So where's the balance between the two of those?
Good point, because you don't want to just completely give up the town, especially on this map, because it's such a useful defensive area. But, you know, he did send a lot of rangers early on in A phase to try and capture the town, maybe spending some of those points to invest in, you know, an M7DD, some T-30s down south, a Sherman down south. Because it's all about just that personal balance. Heck, there's some matches, especially team matches, where there may be a town, and I'm going to be like, I'm not going to attack that town at all. I'm just going to put a defensive thing around it, spend like 200 points, and then spend the other 300 points helping my buddy try and just break through the center and just surround the town, because why go through the town when you can just go around it?
Well, isolate and overwhelm. You're absolutely right.
Exactly. It's a legitimate strategy in this game. It works well, and sometimes it's best just to ignore the town. Especially if you're a division. Well, Guddi does a good infantry division, but if you're playing a more tank-focused division who doesn't have good infantry play, don't feel obligated to meat grind in that town. Just let them have that map control. It'll only be like a few percentage, really, and if you can capture more open ground for less bloodshed and in a more advantageous position because you have tanks, yeah, and do that instead.
Absolutely true, although I will say it's a little surprising then to say that with the 21st Panzer to be as aggressive as they were, but that's going to be it.
Yeah, it was really good 21st Panzer play. He used the light vehicle play around. That's exactly how you should do it. Now, I gotta say, did a 50 cal kill the Panzer 4?
I would be supremely surprised if that happened.
It was shooting it in the side.
Okay, so 50 cal took out a 250.
Okay.
No, it wasn't the killer.
It was probably, I think it was a Sherman, yeah.
There was that command Sherman who just got oodles of kills. A couple command Shermans. Actually, if there was a command Sherman, you were carrying the team.
Yeah, that was VIP, yeah. Or two, yeah, both command Shermans are really VIP, knocking out all important just light vehicles, but he managed to knock out the light vehicles, but the Panzer IVs and the rest of the German play really kept him at bay. And looking at the German kills, we got like one Panzer IV who's got a few kills here and there, but it's mainly just an infantry, nothing like too big.
Exactly. Now, and kind of funny to look at the history as well, that for the longest time, it's the first 20-25 minutes or so, it really is, all the big losses are really kind of coming over, I would say, on the German side. You do see the occasional DD go down, or the Bofors, but I don't know, I kind of feel like the first 20 minutes, it was really coming up Millhouse for the Indian head.
Especially once you get from like 15 to 18 minutes.
Exactly.
I mean, that's quite a few tanks to lose, but he just managed to hold on to that town really well, and just because he played in the southern flank effectively and got out, forcing out sort of bloodshed, he got map control and run.
Absolutely true.
Yep.
So congratulations to Oneill. He does go and takes on out Guddi in a 2-1 victory overall. And this last game, very, very definitive.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to move on. I don't think we're at finals yet. We're getting pretty darn close, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we've already got a few people in the quarterfinals already, so hopefully we'll get to the finals soon.
Definitely excited for more. Any last thoughts on this one there, Ryan?
Nope, I'm good.
Sounds good. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning on in, as always. You like what you see, comment, like, do all kind of lovely stuff. But I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru, take it easy.